DDAmanda is the #1 stock screener and scanner. This is how we're finding these winners early, guys. Simple to use by total beginners. Got advanced features for professional traders. Great support, 1 hour free one-on-one training, and check out these testimonials. I mean, they're off the hook. Guys love this program, and they're making a ton of money. Okay, I'm making a little spacer here because on the inside here I need a little tiny washer type thing to on the inside here to right on this bearing, because the nut will go on top, but I need a little washer here that'll a spacer, so I'm going to cut this off, and then I'll have something that for the nut to ride on. That'll go in here first, and then that'll ride on the bearing. It's a socket. I love working with sockets, see? So that'll be in there, and I'm going to cut it off right there. Okay, I'm getting ready to part that off. Thing with parting is it's very critical that you're absolutely straight with, this has to be perfect 90, so I'm going to double check this and make sure that with a 1, 2, 3 block that I'm absolutely square with the chuck. I'm getting a tiny bit of shock here. I don't know why. I grounded the machine. I grounded the lathe. I got a ground wire here that goes all the way into the concrete. This wire here. I don't know why I'm still getting a little shock. I thought I had this grounded, but maybe I don't. Alright, let's part this thing off. Doesn't matter. I'm going to make it about that long right there. How's that look, huh? About a 1/4 inch. That should be good. The bearing ends right there. Maybe I'll make it a little bit longer. Right there. Forward. There we go. A little spacer. It's smoking. Maybe I should have sharpened that. That's high-speed steel. I broke my carbide one. But here we go. So, now we got a spacer and it's hot. Now we got a spacer. Let that sucker cool off. Okay, I got a little pipe. This is the bottom of the top brace. This is going to stay. I tightened this up. So it's going to be tricky making all this fit really good. Because I have to come up here and then go across, and then that's where the bearing and what have you will be. But it all has to line up, so we'll see how that goes. I'm ready to put this bearing in. This is kind of what we're going to build right here. And I'm going to put this bearing in now. And I marked it. It's almost the same. 1 1/8 inch, 1 1/8 inch. But I'm going to use some of this. I'm going to use some of this 638 to press this in. I'm going to use the vise. And I got some more pieces here. At some point there's going to have to be a union. Okay. And right now what I'm doing is well, it actually goes on here. I'm getting all these loose and get these threads broken in so that assembly will be easier. Now this doesn't have to be tight, it just has to be in the right position. We'll get to that. So let's continue with that. Okay, I made a couple of soft jaws so we can put this in. Get it ready. About there. And let's get our 635 ready. It's got really hard. Oh, here we go. A little bit of that in there. There's grooves in here that could be for displacing some of it. This bearing's really smooth. Alright. Let's do it. Oops. Come on, jaws. There we go. Hope it fits. Look at it go in. Yeah, baby. Alright. One bearing installed. One set of soft jaws made for the next time I need some. There we go. I may pound that in a little bit more with the soft jaw, what do they call it, the reboundless. Dead blow. Good old dead blow. Let's get the old dead blow. I have my dead blow here. Make sure that sucker is seated. Alright. Okay. Let me get the other pieces so you guys will see how this is going to work. Okay, so the way this is going to work is this is going to go onto here. Okay, and this is going to be, I'm going to glue this into the pipe, right? So that bearing rides right on there. It's the same size. Perfect. Then we got our little spacer. It's going to ride on that bearing. And I may put a lock washer in here. I don't know yet. And then this gets screwed in. Now if you'll notice, there's no way to tighten this. See? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld a socket to this, an appropriate one. Okay, it'll be welded to that, some kind of a socket. It'll have to be big enough to go over this, but then it will stick out, and then I'll be able to tighten it, you know. So this nut's going to get a socket, but I just wanted to see. I think that's good. It's close. Okay. And then this whole thing will screw into here. Alright. And that will be the top. This will spin. Pretty cool, huh? Lots of room in there. So the next step, I guess, will be to... Well, I guess the next step will be to weld that socket onto this nut. So I'll basically have a long nut, or it'll be pretty custom. It'll be pretty customized. But I think what the next step is I'm going to glue this into the pipe, because we're ready for that. Okay, got a little ace here. I write ace on here. What it is just acetone. Grab a little bit. Clean this off. It should be already clean, but it won't hurt to clean it up a little more. I like acetone. Actually, I love acetone. It's cool shit, man. Alright, so I'm going to get it in here and leave about that much out for the bearing to ride on. So it'll look like that. So let's put, might as well use this. Isn't this weird? You guys never seen anything like that, huh? This guy invented it. His name starts with a P. I'm going to have to give him credit, of course. And I've emailed with him, and this is as far as he got with this little piece of shit. I figured if I'm going to build this, I'm going to try to build something that works, you know what I mean? That actually puts out power. Yeah, this stuff wasn't solid. It was just cold, you know? So... we're going to need some more. I went kind of screwed up. I machined too much off of this, but we're going to live with it. There's no real stress on this that would make it come undone, you know? Let's put a bunch on this side. And then as it goes in, it should suck it in. Seems to be covering it pretty good. I'm going to leave this 24 hours, so don't want to drop it all the way in there. Okay. So there. Got a little bit sticking out there. And we'll revisit this in the morning. I love this. This worked out really well. Chicken. I hear a chicken. Alright, so we'll let this go for morning, and we'll work on some other stuff. Okay, I welded the nut onto a socket. I had to drill a little bit out of here, but it's working pretty good. But I'm going to clean this up now on the lathe. Looks ugly. I could be a better welder, let's put it that way. I'm not going to say I'm a shitty welder. I'm just going to say I could be a better welder. I could be a better welder. I could be a better welder. I had to soften this socket up too. You know, get it cherry red and let it cool off slow. Because it was hard drilling. Which one am I going to use? This one? Skinny one? Let's use this one. Alright, I won't bore you guys with this. Well, maybe I'll bore you a little bit. I don't know. There must be 1,000 videos on YouTube about, you know, lathe people. That's a new thing I just discovered. Lathe people. Speed. Carbide likes it fast. Five. I want to hit the chuck. 11. Alright, you guys get the idea. I'm going to clean it up. I might move that socket out a little bit, get a better grip on it. Okay. Okay. I got that nut. Well, you can't really tell it's a nut anymore. But I got it all prettied up. And look at this. This is starting to squeeze this thing out. It's already in there pretty hard. It's still liquidy on the outside. But look at that. It started squeezing the pin out. It was in a little bit more than that. But anyway, here's how it's going to work. Yeah, see how it squeezed it out? It was about half of that distance. Hey, so you got your bearing. Sits on top of there. You got your spacer that goes in there. And then you screw the nut in. That should get tight if I did everything right. Well, it's not tight. It's supposed to be tight. Let's see what the hang-up is. This is why when you develop shit or make shit, why it takes so long, you know? I'm starting to think this, I may need a bigger spacer in there. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So, the end of the bearing is right about there. And with the spacer, it should go to about there. thinking my nut might be bottoming out. And if it is, then shit, it is. Look at that. I need a space for this part bigger. It's either that or, in fact, this will be better. I'm gonna cut the end of this bolt off. I'm gonna take about a ½ inch off of that sucker, right about there, because this has to fit on here. Now there is plenty of room in there, you know. See, there's plenty of room in the, well, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Yeah, there should be enough room in there. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I need to take a little bit off of this bolt for it to be nice and tight. Yeah, this is when you're developing shit, it takes longer. And I don't do detailed drawings or any of that bullshit. I you know, work with it as it is. And I mean, if this thing ever goes into production, then yeah, then we're going to need drawings, but this is just a prototype basically. But I want it to be a working prototype. Yeah, see, the bottom of this is, I don't know if you can see that, but, well, like right here. Okay, that's the bottom right there. Yeah, that's bottom right there where my nail is, so I got quite a bit of room here, Jesus. But there's not enough. If you add the spacer to that, it's just not enough because it needs to be down about a ½ inch, I think. So I'll just take a ½ inch or 3/8 off of this bolt, and that just should work. But I like it so far. I'm happy. You know? So this is going to be on here, and it's going to be on there. It's going to be on here, and then we'll have pipe go from here down to there. It'll just be an outside one arm coming over to hold the top, you know. Now, maybe down the line I could put a T here and have two arms, one arm here and one arm here, you know, like have another arm here on the other side, so it'll come in from both sides. But we'll see how it works. I think one, you know, most of these windmills, they don't even have a support on the outside. They just have the thing standing here all by itself, you know. There's no support on the top. But I want to have support on the top. That way that'll take a lot of load off of that bearing, I think, in the generator. Okay, it's getting dark, so I'll let this dry all the way overnight. And tomorrow morning I'll cut a piece off here. So I like this spacer. I don't want to make a new spacer, you know. Too bad. But yeah, it's bottoming. I'm running out of room. How close am I? Oh yeah, shit, that's about it's about 3/8, almost a ½ inch. I'll just take a ½ inch off then, I guess. But Okay. Onward and fucking upward. Okay, I ran this, put this in the lathe, and I started spinning it. I was going to cut off this much, and it's just too much run out. There's just too much wobble, so I'm going to redo this. Now it's glued in here really, really tight, but the way you get this out is with heat. Okay, so we're going to heat this baby up, and pull it out, and I'm going to have to redo this. So, acetylene, tiny bit of oxygen, light the torch. Shouldn't take that much. Heat the underside of it. There we go. That's all there is to it. I turn off the acetylene, turn off the oxygen, and I get my little pop. I love my little pop. So there we go. We got to redo this because it's just too small. Got to make a new one. So I'm going to get another socket, get it red hot, and oh, actually I got to pull this out too. See if that's still hot enough to pull out. Maybe I gotta heat it up again. Yeah, shit. Okay, fine. It's too hot to touch, I know that. I just want to hold on to it. Acetylene, a little bit of oxygen. Too much oxygen. When it does that, you got too much CO2. More. Oh, it helps to turn on the gas. Why it does that? That's got to be hot enough. Alright, there it is. So all I really got to do is make a new bushing. This part is still okay. I gotta make a new bushing. I gotta burn another socket. Alright, you've already seen me do that, so I'm gonna do it. You've seen me make that one, so I'm just gonna make another one and make a new assembly here, and we'll keep going. Everybody that tries DDAmanda absolutely loves her. These are all unsolicited, by the way. We didn't even ask people. I love you guys. Yeah, I love the program. So worth it. Probably made 500K. This guy's up 30K. Having everything I need to research on one page is definite time saver. Single day, 1525 profit. 15K on my first DD. Look at this guy. I don't know what to think about this one, man. This guy says he made 30 million. Read this shit. I don't know. He sounds kind of legit. I fucking love DDAmanda. Your program is the best tool I've ever used in the last 21 years. It just goes on and on. Okay, if you trade stocks, or if you're even thinking about trading stocks, this is for you guys. This is what you need. This is DDAmanda. It's the #1 stock screener and scanner that's out there. Um, and it uses both user input and AI to find and research winning stocks. And this is, it says right here, easy enough to use by total beginners. There's really no learning curve at all. You can be finding stocks within about 5 minutes after you log in. And it also has a lot of advanced features that are used by professional traders. Our mission is to help you make money by investing in stocks. That's the bottom line. That's what you want from something like this, Now, I use this all the time, and I've found some amazing runners. You've got here, look at this. They give you 1 hour of free one-on-one training and instant support. Having good support on a program is just so critical, I mean, here's their phone number right here. You can just call and text. They've got some testimonials here. I want to show you these because they're pretty amazing. I mean, look at this. This is what people think of her. I love you guys. Yeah, I love the program. This guy made 500K. This guy's up 30K. Everything I need to research. I wasn't even in Amanda one week, and he made 10,000 bucks. So these testimonials, it just goes on and on here. So anyway, they've got if you want to try, look at all these features. Dollars traded, 7MA crossovers, all sorts of stuff. But they've got an $8 a day trial subscription, so you can check her out and see if you like her. And some other subscription levels here. Anyway, I highly recommend this, guys, and do check it out and make some money.